Hey, it's Tony Robbins. Listen, I hope you've enjoyed the videos I've sent you this week. And I got to tell you something, 6 months ago, I wasn't doing very much on the web. I had all these other ways of reaching people, and my mission's being fulfilled and doing really well. And then I got exposed to a group of guys, and it started with Frank Kern. I'm sure you know about Frank and his story. A guy that starts out in Macon, Georgia, struggling, wearing his black suit, 95 degrees and humidity, and trying to sell some credit card verification systems, and dealing with the dog sitting and everything else. And, the guy figures it out. He figures out how to teach people how to teach their parrot to talk, and makes $3,500 a month. And next thing you know, he's making $1 million a year teaching people how to deal with their dogs. And, now most of you know he's broken just about every record you can imagine. He did $23.8 million in 24 hours with 4 offers. How does the guy do that? And the guy's crazy. He has a hell of a lifestyle. He's got kids he loves. He surfs and has a blast, and it's funny as hell, and he's just crazy. And I thought, you know what? I want to get inside his head, because I want my mission to reach even more people. I want to figure out what's going on. And fortunately for me, Frank, like a lot of these guys that are the best of the best on the web, they all got kind of started in their careers listening to Get the Edge or Personal Power or going to one of my seminars. And so I got a chance to visit with Frank. And so I thought, we'll just mess around with a few of these principles that he's got. And how we did more than $1 million in less than 8 weeks, and we weren't even trying. It was just an immediate surge in our business. Plus, we had a lot more fun. It wasn't the old staid marketing stuff that was out there. And so then I started sharing with a few of my friends. And I said, Frank, who else knows what you know? And next thing I know, I'm visiting with all the people I'm sure you know about. I meet John Reese. If you don't know his story, I'm sure most of you do. Here's a guy that he's in college. He's $100,000 in debt, which is an achievement by itself to accomplish by the time you're in college. But, he didn't want to work hard. And he wanted to know what's the best answer. How do you make money while you sleep? And nothing's working for him. He spent all the money, and all of a sudden, man, he found himself literally suicidal. And within 3 years, he makes a couple of distinctions, just a couple. And all of a sudden, the guy makes $1 million in a day and breaks all the records. And, I'm like, but he's so different than Frank. So different than Frank. It couldn't be more different. I'm getting inside his head. And then, Eben Pagan, who's become a good friend as well. And, Eben's living in a trailer in Oregon and, hates what he's doing, but he's got this knack to teach guys, to give them advice on dating that works, and he builds a $20 million a year business out of that thing. I could go on and on and on. But all of a sudden, I'm just having such a blast, because I meet people and they go, yeah, I know that stuff. I say, you know it. If you're not applying it, you got a program you didn't follow through. That isn't your problem. You're missing what really makes this all work. It's 80% psychology, and it's 20% mechanics. See, if you know what to do, but you don't figure out the why, you don't figure out how to shift yourself, you don't understand the combination of the system of action with the system inside you that gets you to follow through, then you can know all the stuff and it's going to be worthless. Here's my task. Here's what I've done. I've sat down with 12 of the brightest minds in the web. The guys that are doing it, the guys that are all 7, 8 figures and more, and they've all done it from different places. And I say guys, also some ladies now. And I thought, wouldn't it be killer if once a month you could sit down with one of the best and get inside their head and not just find out their system, but also find out what makes them follow through and use the damn thing. What makes them have so much fun? What makes them have a lifestyle where they're able to play much more than they have to work, and yet they earn 5, 10, 100 times more than the average person out there? Stuff that if you owned a business, you could use immediately, so you weren't like everybody else anymore. Stuff that if you didn't have a business and you want to have some freedom, you'd know what to do. So I created it. So how do I get you hooked? Simple. I got a shameless bribe for you. Here's what it is. Let me take you, my friend, Frank Kern, and let me show you what this guy can do for your life, like just what he did for me. I settled these guys down. I did an interview with Frank, intensive, dug inside his head, figured out exactly what those triggers are, got him to go, wow, I hadn't thought about that. Oh, man, you're absolutely right. That's what moved me. And I'm going to send you that interview, and I'll give it to you on DVD, and I'm going to give it to you on audio, and I'm going to give you a workbook so you know exactly what to do. The diagram, step by step, here's exactly what to do right now to start earning. And I'll send it to you at absolutely no charge to you. All you got to do is pay the shipping and handling, $9. I know you can handle that. And then, listen, I know you're going to be so damn hooked by this that you're going to want more. So then I'll send you out next month, the next meeting with a master you will. And that person will show you exactly what they did. And I will bring you what you've never been able to find before through any other program. I'll bring you both the system and the psychology. The stuff that's going to get you not just to know what to do, but finally, as corny as it sounds, do what you know. Follow through. Get the results. Because so many people right now are suffering. They're frustrated. And the biggest area they got is financial suffering. And that one, that one can be alleviated. I know what it feels like, and I know what it feels like for so many people I've been able to help, to have money no longer be an issue, to be able to just have that stress disappear from your life. And when it does, now I want to tell you something, everything else in your life changes. Your relationships change, your physical body changes to feel different, you know, your level of happiness changes. It's not the cure-all, but damn, it's an area of life that's got to be mastered. So join me for the New Money Masters. I hope I've hooked you. All you got to do is click on the little button right here. If you don't, what's wrong with you? Because I'll tell you something. If I had a chance, and I've had it, to sit down with people making 7, 8 figures a year that started with absolutely nothing, and they're really doing it in a real way, and they're cool and they're different, and I can learn from them, and all I got to do is like gamble $9 to get it, I'd be doing it. If you're not like me, and you shouldn't send for this thing. You're the wrong person, and you should have shut this thing off a long time ago. Seriously. I'd like to see you have some more freedom. This is what my life's about. And I'd like to introduce you to some very cool people that have some really proven, real, fun answers. They're my friends, and they can become yours too. Get inside their heads, find their system, make yourself some money, and have some fun. Click on the button, and I hope that maybe you'll drop me an email or a tweet. Go on Twitter and let me know how this has touched your life. Once you've gone through this program, I think it'll be something you don't forget as long as you live. And that sounds like hyperbole until you start meeting these guys and these ladies and learning what they've talked about and starting to apply it. And then all of a sudden, there's no exaggeration. There's just real results. All right? Live strong. Live with passion. Thanks for your time.